everybody. Coach Henry here. We're going to do the season preview. Coach, we'll get right to it. Two awesome seasons back to back. 2014-15. There's a lot of expectations. Let's first rewind a little bit to 13-14 and talk about that magical run at Nationals that got us to the quarterfinals again.
It was a blast. Dream ending. Sad at the very end, but
right.
If you'd have told me we'd go to the Elite Eight and have a chance to go to the Final Four in the final 10 seconds, we'd all taken it.
Sure.
Great run, great ride with great people.
Right. Obviously, a lot of talent back. You lose Conference Player of the Year Blake Walker, but you have Alex Schwab back, Kelly Madison, a slew of other talented players, and then you recruited a ton as well. So let's just break it down position by position for 14-15 here.
At point guard will be Oliver Wells. He's a transfer from Central Arkansas Division I. Had a successful career up to this point. There was a coaching change down there, and he needed a place to play, and we just happened to talk him into coming here.
Right.
Mike Alderman will be back, and he'll be seeing an increased role at the point guard position as well. We're also going to use him at the 2 because we want them to be in the game at the same time together.
Okay.
Beyond that, if we need a security point guard, we could use Kelly or Alec, but
Sure.
they'll be primarily at the wing.
Right.
Alex Schwab, newcomer of the year. Kelly Madison was actually runner-up newcomer of the year to Alec.
Right.
Fantastic players, first team all-conference, made the all-tournament team at Nationals. A lot is being made out of them coming back, and should be.
Yeah.
Over the course of the last 14 years, transfers usually play better for me in year 2, so
Sure.
I'm really excited in what they could do.
Right.
With them, Antoine Howard, a transfer out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He played at Kirkwood Community College 2 years ago. He was here last year, second semester, as a redshirt. So it's not like we're getting an all-new, brand-new player.
Right.
He's the best athlete we have. He's an above-the-rim guy and can do a lot of different things. We'll be using him at the wing and the 4. Same with Nick Jeffries, freshman out of Southeast Polk. Logan Alexander, returner from Eddyville. Shane Bosick, who redshirted last year out of Lowry, Minnesota. They'll all be tweeners between the wing and the power forward position.
Right.
Jesse Utt as well. I like using all 5 of those guys at different positions. At the center spot, we return Eric McGee. He led the conference in rebounding in conference games at 12.0. At 6'3", 6'4", he's a phenomenal worker. Great teammate from here in Oskaloosa. And then Sam Sykes, very happy to have Sam. He redshirted last year as well. He's 6'9", 220 out of Houston. Gives us a dimension we haven't had in a while. Maybe Keith Steffick 2 years ago.
Right.
Keith was kind of more of a hybrid. Sam's really a back to the basket and shot blocker that we haven't had since Luke Letzering.
Right.
Other guys that are in the mix, we'll be getting Dominic Carr eligible at semester, hopefully. Davion Scott is battling for a spot on our varsity, along with Keanu Flores, Ed Stoneham, and a host of others. But we're hoping that it's Davion, him being the returner, so that we have more experience at those positions. But it's going to be exciting. Exciting.
Yeah, obviously, you guys already played one scrimmage. You have another one tonight, right?
Yep.
It's Central, and you guys, I know it was kind of a little mixed bag, but obviously a great first half. A lot of points. You're going to be up and down the floor like normal Statesman teams are.
Maybe even faster.
Right.
To be honest with you.
As compared to definitely last year. Last year's team just worked really well together. I think you'd say that. You had great talent 2 years ago. Last year, just a bunch of guys that worked together as a team.
The nerdy 9.
Right.
We had 9 guys at the end of the year, and they fit like a glove. We are going to miss Blake Walker, obviously. That goes without saying. I mean, everything that he did. But Roberts Baltrans has moved on, and Tyler Staley moved back home. Tyler Staley might be the player, obviously Blake, but if people won't necessarily talk much about Staley, but he's somebody we're going to miss a lot. I mean, the guy could really score. He was a great teammate, very durable, and did it right in the classroom as well.
Right. So with that, looking at the last 2 years and then this year, where does this team fit in as far as we talking just high energy, go, average 110 points a game, just a lot of skill, but being able to play together as well, maybe the best of both worlds type thing?
We will play extremely fast. We had 55 points in 20 minutes the other night, and we really didn't shoot it that well.
Right.
The second half, I think it was 49-44, so we scored a lot of points there as well. And Central is the defending champion in the Iowa Conference.
Sure.
So it wasn't like we were playing, chopped liver.
Right.
But I think we can play even faster.
Mm-hmm.
And then when teams slow us down, we have, we can combat that with some sets or running something slower if we have to. But we prefer to get up and down and make it very exciting for not only our team but the people who are watching.
Yeah, and obviously the depth is there as compared to last year where you're talking the Nerdy Nine. There wasn't a lot
Right.
there. I mean, you wanted to run as much as you could, but you still had to pull them back a little bit so you could save them in the final few minutes.
And it's a strange thing because you're going to play that fast. You have to be in amazing shape,
Right.
and as much as you work in the fall, it's not the same as game action.
Right.
We're still a work in progress, even getting into shape to be able to play that style. The way we are, so
right.
we will get it up and down, and we will shoot the three and attack the basket.
Definitely. This weekend, you start off the season against two tough GPAC teams, Morningside and Briarcliff. Just quick preview of the start of the year.
Our first 4 games are against GPAC teams: Morningside, Briarcliff, Doane, and then Mount Marty in Aberdeen. So. We're not in the GPAC, but it kind of seems that way to start off with, and it'll be a great challenge for us. It'll be difficult, very difficult. Anytime you go to Sioux City to play those two, powerhouses. I think both of them have been to nationals in the last 2 or 3 years.
Right.
Coach Nielsen and Coach Sykes are very good coaches that have very good programs and very good players. So we're going to roll the ball out and see what we got.
Sure.
The one thing I will say to people is, let it happen.
Right.
Last year we started out 0-4, and it took us a while to get it going. We do have a lot of returners this year, but we are still mixing in a lot of new faces as well. Anytime you have to replace a point guard who ran the system for 4 years and was here for 5 with a 1-year player,
right.
It could be interesting.
Yeah.
Luckily, in 2013, James Devlin fit in really well. We're hoping that Oliver can do the same.
Yeah, definitely. One final thing, we haven't talked about conference yet. You guys... actually picked second in the league, which I'm sure you were a little surprised by. I think everybody was a little surprised by that.
They beat us twice. St. Ambrose
swept
us.
They're the defending champions.
They swept us, and they have a lot back. And
right.
If that's the way everybody sees it, then that's fine. I was happy and pleased with us getting three of the 7 first place votes, and then 4 second place votes.
Right.
So
yeah,
it wasn't. We're not disappointed. We respect St. Ambrose, and we know that they're very good, and we should have some great games.
Yeah, and it shows that it's going to be probably a 2-horse battle at the front, and
Grandview will be very good,
and
I believe Clark will be very good too. They have 2 all-conference players back. Coach Gavin at Mount Mercy and Coach Wagner at Viterbo. I mean, they're gonna have good teams too. I mean, I was a little surprised at how top heavy the voting was, but everybody's good in our league.
Right, definitely. Well, again, Coach, a couple games starting off this weekend, so best of luck, and we'll continue talking to you as the year goes along.
Great, thanks for having me.
Fun. All right.